What is up, everybody? Welcome to another early signing day video brought to you guys by campus2canton.com. We've got you covered with discussions on all of the top players and where they are committing to on early signing day. And I get to talk to you guys about a very intriguing running back, and many may not consider him a top player, but I do, and that is running back Quinshon Judkins out of Pikes Road, Alabama. He is the RB 52 for 24/7 Sports, the RB 44 in the composite, and he is RB 32 at C2C. He is my RB 12 personally. On threes, RB 29. Looking at his history here for 24/7 Sports. Again, a site that we trust. We pay a lot of attention to. These guys know what they're doing. They get to see these guys in person all the time. He's pretty much been right around the 87 player for them the whole time at the RB position. Has jumped up a little bit. 544th national player as well with a rating of 87.63. So I'm sorry, it's 87 rating. I said 87 player, 87 rating. So he's been fairly, I guess, consistent in where his spot is for 24/7 Sports and where they have him ranked. I mean, 5'11", 200. He's got a lot of speed to his name. I think he's going to be a guy we're going to be talking about here a lot in the near future. He's an easy strider, eats up space with his speed, quick burst, shifty, great lateral speed, decent hands, and a good receiver as well, in my opinion, and pretty good contact balance. He seems to be comfortable running out of the shotgun, which I think works perfectly for his commitment to Ole Miss and the offense that they like to run with Lane Kiffin. His low running base and patience should lead to good college production as well, which he's also had decent high school production at Pikes Road High School. I was going to say Pikes Road, Alabama. That is technically where he is from. Pikes Road High School is where he is out of. He did miss a couple games earlier this season with an undisclosed injury. In high school and a lot like college sports, they don't really have to disclose those injuries. But with the stats that we have been provided, he has rushed for almost or a little over 2,613 yards. He has 41 rushing touchdowns, 18 receptions for 338 receiving yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. And I know for a fact that he has at least 9 more rushing touchdowns because he has been quoted in many articles for Alabama talking about how he has a total of over 50 rushing touchdowns in his high school career. So don't have his full complete high school stats yet, but those are the past 2 years with him having over 2,613 rushing yards. So, been productive there in Alabama in their 5A grouping, which is still a very, very good season. Judkins is a physical runner with good vision, and he is very good, as I mentioned earlier, with his lateral speed and agility. I do think we are seeing kind of the floor right now with Judkins. I think he's got a lot of upside and a lot of room to grow. His speed and his vision, I think, alone projects as some serious upside once he hits the college level. If he can get a little bit bigger and stronger and keep his speed, Judkins is a guy we will be talking about for many years to come. As for fantasy, realistically, at this time of the signing, there isn't much left on Ole Miss's depth chart. I mean, Jerrion Ealy hasn't technically left for the NFL yet, but if he does, there's really not much there unless they bring in a transfer. So I think there is a shot that Judkins can produce day one for the Rebels. While I'm not sure that he wins the job from day one, it is possible. We've seen how productive guys like Jerrion Ealy have been with his speed. Keep probably right around the same speed Ealy has with Judkins, but then add 2 inches and 20 pounds. Judkins could be an absolute beast in this offense for Ole Miss. I think he's got immense upside. He's RB12 for me in this class. I think everything is there for him. He was clocked at, I believe, 21 miles an hour on a run he had earlier this year, and it averaged right around that on some of his bigger runs. When he gets the open field, he's gone. He has got immense and tremendous speed, and he's big, 5'11", 200 pounds. Now imagine him going into a college program, getting into that the weightlifting system, adding some good lean muscle, and keeping that same speed in the SEC and producing. He's going to be legit. He is not going. I can't imagine he's going to go before the third, fourth, fifth round in freshman and supplemental drafts because nobody's talking about him. I just mentioned RB52 for 24/7 Sports, 44 in the composite. A couple of the other guys at the site have him in their 30s as well. That's why he's all the way down to 32. I think someone has him down in the 50s. So there's two of us. I'll go ahead at me and Colin Decker. We both really like him. We've got him very high in our rankings, and I expect him to kind of rise up the boards once he gets to the college level and plays at Ole Miss. And he right now has not been drafted in any of our campus to Canton mocks. Granted, they only go 20 rounds deep, and they are startups, so it makes a little bit of sense that he hasn't gone yet. But I promise you, Rasheen Ali, BJ Baylor. BJ Baylor, obviously not a freshman. Rasheen Ali was a redshirt freshman this year, but those are guys that got picked up off the waiver wire in your campus to Canton leagues this year that produced for you in a major way. I guarantee you that's going to be Quinshon Judkins next year. Like, if he wins that job at Ole Miss, he is going to be a guy that if he is not drafted in your freshman supplemental drafts or in your startups, will be a guy we'll be talking about after a couple weeks because he is producing at Ole Miss as their starting running back. Make sure to remember the name because I think he's going to be an absolute stud. Guys, subscribe to the Campus to Canton YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so that you guys are made aware or you are notified when every single one of these videos drops. We've got a ton more coming. We're rolling through this day. It's early signing day. It's fun. It's a little bit of an early Christmas for all of us college fans. We're going to keep dropping these videos on these guys as they continue to sign. So make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. And remember, the start of the new season, we will have full freshman profile videos coming to you guys on all of these players. So guys, enjoy the day and continue to pay attention to the channel for the rest of these early